Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to Thursday Travel Talk with Spidey, Friday edition. And happy Thanksgiving to all of our friends in the USA, in America. So happy Thanksgiving to you, or 6 weeks ago. Uh, the only thing that we're ahead of the USA on, I believe. But yeah, today we're going to travel to one of my very favorite countries in the world, Australia, and spent quite a bit of time in Australia between 2000 and 2005. I think I spent more time in Australia than Canada. So let's go to Northern Territory. It's There are a few territories. Not all of them are states. Oh, let's turn on the camera here. Welcome, everyone. Yeah. So there's the state of Queensland, the state of Western Australia, the state of Southern Australia, South Australia, rather, the state of Victoria, where Melbourne is, and then the state of Queensland, which is, yeah, that's a tie with Western Australia for my favorite state. I mean, Queensland up in the north, you've got tropical jungles and the Great Barrier Reef. But then Western Australia has the Ningaloo Reef, which is just as well. In parts of it are just as impressive, and the whale sharks pass by Ningaloo Reef, which is the Great Barrier Reef does not have. But anyway, yeah, I think many people know those states, but Australia also has territories, right? So they've got the Australian Capital Territory, the ACT. That's where Canberra, the capital of Australia, is located. That's a capital territory, sort of like Washington District of Columbia, I suppose. And then they have Tasmania, where there's more plaid flannel and work boots than you can shake a stick at, and that's just the women. Yeah, Tasmania is a territory. And then Northern Territory, which yeah, and shout out to our friend Molecular Arts, who's in Tasmania. Yeah, Northern Territory. Northern Territory is where you get Darwin, which is the only place that saw actual invasion by the Japanese in World War II. You can go take a look at the museum in Darwin. But yeah, Northern Territory is what we're looking at today. And it contains probably one of the most famous rocks in all the world, Ayers Rock. And Tasmania, yes, I'm going through states, and I would counted Tasmania as a territory. Welcome to Molecular Arts. Good to see you. And see, I'm wearing my Australia shirt that my brother in Western Australia sent me. Shout out to him, and with the stars. And Australia, this now glows in the dark. The stars in Australia glow in the dark. You're just gonna have to take my word for it there. And then I've got my sheepskin felt hat. It says wool felt, Mount Castle Limited. Yeah, and this is their headquarters. They've got one in Tweed Heads, New South Wales. Been there. Noosa is not far from there. And then, they've got headquarters in South Brisbane on Melbourne Street. Very cool. Australian made, it says, not in China. So yeah, I got this in 1987. So yeah, it stood the test of time, my friends, and I've worn it. I've worn it out and about. Now, also, I have the Australian didgeridoo. Now, you can tell a real didgeridoo that was handmade from a factory, and there's the end you blow in. For all you ladies out there, if you were curious about wind instruments, this is the end you blow in. That's beeswax on the end, and you form it to the shape of your mouth. But if you look straight down, one that's built in a factory, you can see straight through, and it's straight as a pipe, and they just use a machine to hollow it out, and basically a router, and they router out the middle of this hardwood branch. This is native wood from Australia, but see, you can't see light coming in. That's because it's there. There's light way down at the end, and you can see a curve. Hopefully you can see the little shiny light there. Yeah, see, it's not straight inside, so it hasn't been machined perfectly straight. What they do is they stick this on termite mounds, and the termites eat out the inside softer wood and leave a didgeridoo. And then they carve it, of course, and the bottom end should be bigger than the top end. I know there's a joke in there as well, but anyway, now can I play it? Not really. Now, didgeridoos are associated with Australian Aborigines, Aboriginals, Aborigines. Not sure what the difference is, but so this is why I got it here, because Northern Territory is probably the territory that has the strongest presence of Aborigines, I would say, and that goes all the way down to Ayers Rock and Kings Canyon, which is down there. So let's see if I can make a noise. No promises here. It's been a while. There, I made a noise. That's all I'm going to attempt. It's been a couple of years. Anyway, let's look at the chat. Oh, hey, Maddie's daddy. Good to see you. Steve, good to see you. And yes, there are 6 states, correct. And indeed, and by my count, 3 territories, if you want to include ACT, the Australian Capital Territory, because then you've got Tasmania and Northern Territory. But yeah, I think that's about right. Very good to see Carla Burton in the chat. Hey, Carla Burton, I know you're busy, but that's quite all right. I'm back on StreamYard, so I can have a panelist or 2. If you're, but I know you got lots of stuff to do. It's earlier. I tried to go last night, folks, and I apologize, but I was busy last night till about 11 o'clock. We had water issues, and we have we were processing deer for the last 3 days. I've been processing deers because a buddy of mine got a deer, and then I got a deer, and it's a lot of effort. But I will show you, if anyone would like to see, before I go to the pictures, because I do have pictures of Northern Territory, Ayers Rock, Buley Rock holes, which is beautiful. But here is smoked venison. My buddy and I smoked it over at his place for 17 hours. We used maple wood. We took all the bark off, and we just smoked it with pure maple. And you're saying, well, that kind of looks like roast beef. You know what? It does. And it tastes like roast beef too. A high quality, no antibiotics, pure. I saw what he was eating because I saw his stomach, literally, just grass. So there is high quality venison, folks. I was helping a farmer process a cow, butcher a cow, skin it anyway. So I haven't even had time to. And I had to fix my well. We got the water working. Anyway, it's been a busy friggin' few days. So that's my lunch. Sorry about that. But who else is here? Ooh, Snortapoopus. Hello, Snortapoopus. Good to see you, my friend. And we have the lovely Sherry, whom I think I mentioned already. Hey, great to see you. Good morning. Good afternoon now, Mr. Tony Stark. Thanks for being here, my friend, and checking in with us. Yes. Molecular Arts, indeed. 6 states: New South Wales, Victoria, Queensland, South Australia, Western Australia. Tasmania is a state. When did you guys become a state? Really? Are there only 2 territories? I could have swore you were a state. And I don't mean that disrespectful. Sometimes it's nicer to be a territory than a state. I bet you the taxes would be lower. And Northern Territory seems to have a lot of tax breaks, but we won't get into the politics with that. But I apologize, Molecular Arts. I had thought that Tasmania was a state or a territory. I take that back. Wow. We can. Said, oh, good. Excellent, Carla Burton. Dang, that is clever, says Carla Burton. Isn't the ACT a state? No. It says it in the name, Australian Capital Territory. We were always taught that there were 7 states. No, well, really? No. Molecular Arts is correct. I believe him. He lives in Tasmania, so you should know Tasmania is a state. I probably have forgotten that. It's been a long time since the last time I was there was almost 10 years ago, my friend. In Australia, Tasmania, holy shit, that's been... The last time I was in Tasmania was 25 years ago, Molecular Arts. As a Tasmania, I take offense to Tasmania being called a territory. Oh, Yeah, well, you might appreciate the lower taxes, my friend, but I apologize for the third time. And Maddie's daddy saying hello to Snorty. Snorty's here. Ooh, Carla Burton says she can join me if you send a link. Well, I should send a link to Molecular Arts, and that's not a joke, my friend. I will send you a link at Molecular Arts because you are Australian. Carla is sort of Australian. I mean, New Zealand's our brothers to and sisters to Australians. I don't even think you need a passport. In fact, I'm quite sure you don't need a passport or a visa on your passport to even go work in each other's country. So that's a pretty darn open relationship. Not that I'm a fan of open relationships. I think they're retarded. Yeah, getting a little off topic. Let's see how many disclaimers we can get today. And Molecular Arts, absolutely no obligation here, my friend. If you want to come on the panel and chew me out and tell me how much Tasmania is a state, I've sent you a link, my friend. As long as you're not in a territory of mind, says Molecular Arts. Indeed. Indeed. Miskatonic Madman is here. Hey, hello. Did I go? Oh, there he is right there. Hello, Miskatonic Madman. Good to see you. You know what? And I've got one more thing to show you. Hey, Maddie Zaddy. Excellent. Tasmania became a state upon federation. Sorry, Molecular Arts. You know what? It was probably my friends in Brisbane that got the idea, that pulling my leg, that Tasmania was a state. Australian adjacent, exactly. Thank you. AKA New Zealand, exactly. Here we go. I do have one more thing to show you, folks. And I'm not sure if you heard the didgeridoo, but I did make a noise. You probably did. But this guy is famous. And he's not from Northern Territory. This is more... Actually, this picture is taken in Victoria. This is from Mansfield. Mansfield is in Victoria. And probably already gave it away to Molecular Arts. But yeah, I've got a poster taken in Mansfield, Victoria. Hello, Carla Burton. I'll add you to the stage. Thanks. How are you doing?
I am well, thank you.
Happy American Thanksgiving.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. I hope you had a nice day.
I was busy processing deers, like harvesting deers. So I guess that's Thanksgiving activities. I'm just going to show everyone. I made myself big just so I can show them this poster. This is taken in Mansfield, but the point while I'm showing it today is it's very Australian outback. This is, when you think Australian outback, some of you who are as old as I am might think of this guy and this setting and this horse.
Oh, the man from Snowy River?
Bingo!
Yeah.
That is Jim Craig, friends.
Mm-hmm.
That is Jim Craig, and that is in Mansfield in the mountains. And
you know, there's an amazing poem about that. It's like amazing.
Yeah. But anyway, there he is, the man from Snowy River. This was a Disney movie back when they did good movies. And,
that's right.
This guy's an icon, and Brian Dennehy was in that movie.
Oh, what?
Brian Dennehy was the bad guy. He was the girl that he was in love with. He was her father, and so like father-in-law.
I haven't seen that since I was like 10. I watched it once when I was 10, and I enjoyed the movie. But as an adult, Have you read the poem?
No, I have. Well, you know what?
Google the poem. I went to the
pub. I went to the pub where they had pictures from the movie, like behind the scenes movie. Yep. It's decorated all over the pub, and so I bet you the poem was there, but it doesn't. It doesn't ring a bell right now. Oh no, that's not right. There we go. There we go. But Man from Snowy River, you're friggin' right, Carla Burton. And he rides down, like that's the best horse riding scene.
That's right. I know, it's crazy.
He rides down an impossible slope, and none of the bad guys would chase him, and the horse friggin' did it. And unbelievable. He's a friggin' legend. Mm-hmm. And I went to the Jim Craig hut, actually.
Wow. Yeah, that's cool.
Here, just a second.
That is lovely. Got his camping chair out there so we can be ready to go into the campfire at any stage.
I did a horseback ride all day long, and we ended up at the pub, of course. But we went to the Craig hut. So this is...
Wow. That's cool. Up a bit. We'll do it up a bit. Bring it up. Yeah, there you go. Oh, that's a great photo.
Man from Snowy River in Mansfield, Victoria, Australia. Craig's hut.
Yeah.
I love this photo. And
is it up in the Blue Mountains? Is it up in the Blue Mountains?
I don't think it is part of the Blue Mountains. Are more New South Wales as opposed to Victoria. I don't think it is part of the Blue Mountains. But anyway, and that guide. All right, so there's a German fella. I did the horseback tour all day with this German fella and his girlfriend who's taking the picture, and the cowboy looking fella in the dark to my left. He owned the horses, and he was in the movie as an extra. As everyone who could ride a horse in the town back in the day was an extra. And this gentleman's name is Bruce McCormick, and he does McCormick Trail Rides. And the horses you go on are descendants of the very horses that were used in the movie. And he told us, he took us to the pub and he was showing us scenes from the movie. And he was saying, like, yeah, we had to reshoot that scene like 4 times. They were getting pissed off at us because all the local boys were riding around like when they were teenagers on horses, chasing each other, having a blast. He says, boy, bad guys aren't supposed to smile. You stop grinning from ear to ear. He says, you're supposed to be the bad guys. And so, they had to do retakes. But
can you send Molecular Arts a link? He can't see it.
Oh, okay. I've sent it to you on X, Molecular Arts.
I can't I'll see if I can do it on my computer. Oh,
it's going all dark. Maybe you haven't. Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't dark before, but now the links are dark. That is weird. Have you been? Are you in Twitter jail, Molecular Arts? Here, I'll post it here. Molecular Arts, jump on in. Here you go, buddy. Click on that. I'll put that up for a couple of minutes. And if there's any other Australians, you got to be Australian. But if there's Australians that want to hop on,
or Australian adjacent,
yeah, of course, Carla Burton. Sorry,
we
don't want to have more
enough times
Kiwis on the stream than Australians, so that would look bad. Hey, FKHC, Tim, good to see you. Oh yeah, they are the Blue Mountains, home of the Blue Falls. Home of Blue Balls. Okay, basically, you're not saying that.
Everything is Blue Mountains.
Yeah, no, I don't think this. Thank you. There you go. Wikipedia, man from Snowy River. Excellent, FK. I don't think Mansfield is in the Blue Mountains. Maybe Mansfield the Snowy Mountains.
They did the. No, I'm thinking of Bathurst. Bathurst, where they do the racing.
Yep, The Man from Snowy River 2 was the Disney movie, and the one with Brian Dennehy. Oh, really? That was the sequel? Oh, man, I haven't seen those in 40 years. I will take your word. It's been 40 years, my friend, so I will take your word on that. But either way, it was one of the sequels that was worthy of the first original movie, in my opinion. Sorry, Carla, what was that?
Oh, no, I was going to say, Tim said Banjo Patterson wrote that, but I'm pretty sure he wrote the poem. Because isn't Banjo Patterson a poet? I think he's an Australian poet.
I think that's what he was talking about, that he wrote the poem. Hello, Molecular Arts, and welcome, Aaron.
Can you hear me?
Hi, Aaron.
I can. And 1,000 apologies. I am so sorry. And I thought that there were
You thought Tasmania was a territory.
But it could have been my Queenslander friends putting that idea in my head, just pulling my leg and making jokes on Tasmanians.
Yeah, everybody likes to dump on Tasmania because we're the smallest state.
Bingo.
And we're the least populous as well.
Indeed. But that's a good thing, I think. If you're looking for
nature.
Are
you all mountains? Is Tasmania all mountains?
Tasmania is the most mountainous state in the Commonwealth of Australia.
Yeah.
We're more like New Zealand in that regard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you mind reading this, Aaron, please?
Oh, I remember The Man from Snowy River, says Maddie's daddy, Stephen M.
Oh, okay.
563. I think it's on YouTube. Oh, I don't know. I saw that years and years ago. It's
me too. Like when we were little and intermediate.
Banjo Patterson write the story. Okay, well, either way, poem or story, either way. I recognize that name from many decades ago when I backpacked through Australia. But would you like to see some photos? Because I do have some photos, and there's very little nudity, but we do have.
But we'll watch them anyway.
Yes, we'll see them anyway. Exactly. Now, have you ever heard of Aaron, being the only Australian on the panel? Have you ever been to Northern Territory, my friend?
I haven't been to the Northern Territory. It's embarrassing. I should go up there. I have a good friend of mine grew up in Darwin, actually, and he, when he was little, he survived Cyclone Tracy, which was the famous, or infamous cyclone that hit Darwin and leveled most of the place back in was it 71 or 72?
Yeah,
early
around
70s.
when I was born. Yes, that's right.
Yeah, but in terms of population, the Northern Territory is tiny. I think it's like something like 60,000 people, which is one of the reasons why it's not. Nobody lives. It's mostly desert, and Darwin Darwin is a small city. Yeah,
isn't it a port city?
Yes, it is, and there's a bit of a controversy going on at the moment because China owns it. China owns the port of Darwin, and Australia owns it back.
Crazy.
Yeah, we're stupid here.
No, Carla, the port of Darwin, it's got a sailboat marina. It also has the industrial ports. American aircraft carriers dock there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and then all the local girls go looking for a husband. It's crazy.
Yeah. Fair enough.
The internet tells me I was wrong about the population of the Northern Territory. Apparently, it's 252,900.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a lot more than I thought. Yeah. Tasmania is about 500,000 to 600,000. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's so funny. Then you have like even Sydney alone is like, is it 5 million people or something like that?
Yes.
So it's like, and Melbourne's not like, I don't know how much Melbourne is. Is it the same? Just like maybe Victoria. But I just remember thinking, whoa, those are, because it's like 25 million, and I think it's crazy, the numbers, because we only have 5 million, but we're probably as big as a state.
Oh yeah, I'd say so.
Well, for a long time, people talked about New Zealand becoming the 7th state.
Oh yeah,
that would be
we call you guys the West Island because we've got the North Island and the South Island, so they're the West Island.
Yeah. Well, we have the North Island too. That's mainland Australia, and the South Island is Tasmania.
Now, if I may, I'd like to show you, everyone, including the chat, a little bit about Northern Territory before we get to the pictures. So I'm going to hit this, and that's tripping some people out. But here, let's take a look at this. Can you see the flag?
Yes.
Yes, that's the flag of the Northern Territory.
They've changed that. That's not the one I was expecting, where the bottom is black and dark, and then it's the top half is like red with a big yellow dot in the very middle. That's the Aborigine flag. That's not the territory flag.
That makes more sense. That makes more sense.
So this
there's an unofficial Aboriginal flag, but it's the yellow sun with the black sky and red desert.
Okay, right. I got it reversed. The red is on the bottom and the black is on top. Of course,
that's how it works.
How is the sky black if the sun is in it? Anyway, regardless. But yeah, this is Northern Territory flag, and now surprisingly, I don't know. I didn't see this. Like if you go to Texas, you see Texas flags and American flags everywhere. Although it's been 25 years, I don't remember seeing this flag hardly anywhere around the Northern Territory, oddly enough. So that's why I was asking if it was new. But yeah, interesting. But this is what a beautiful place. There are lots of red and red sands, of course. And can you see the map? Can you see Darwin?
Yeah, it's right at the.
Are you looking at what I'm looking at a map of Darwin, and hopefully you can all see it.
Yep.
Okay, good.
You can see
so it is
Darwin right in the middle.
Yep, it is right in the middle, and it's right on the ocean. And there are cliffs there, and they dug fortifications and supply depots into the cliffs against the Japanese bombers.
Wow.
You can go see those. You can also go, if you go down to the marina, you used to be able to watch movies outdoor movies, and they would broadcast them on a sail from a sailboat on land. They put up a sail on land and watch outdoor movies in the beautiful, I mean, it's t-shirt weather all year round, all temperatures, even at the night.
Of course it is, because it's right up, it must be right up in the tropics.
Yep,
Like
it is.
right up
It
in
is
the tropics.
absolutely
It is.
in the tropics, and we
Everyone
watched
wears
it.
shorts.
They were showing Australian made movies there. When I was there, we saw Mullet, the Australian movie Mullet.
I haven't
I
heard of
haven't seen
that.
that one.
It's a comedy. And have you heard of Nugget, about the gold nugget discovery?
No.
That's another
I
comedy.
only know the castle is like the quintessential, right?
The castle, yeah. But there's
Castle,
Nugget
yeah.
and
Okay.
Mullet, about the fish, and also a guy with a mullet, because this was 2000, don't forget, 2001. And also another movie we watched there. It was fantastic. It was funny as hell. It's called Cracker Jack, and it's about a young guy doing lawn bowling with all the seniors. Cracker Jack.
Yeah. Oh,
Have you heard, Aaron, any of these movies? No?
I think I've heard.
Well, of course, I've seen The Castle, but a lot of these, Australian cinema is, unfortunately doesn't have the reputation it perhaps deserves. So, to be honest, since my kids were born, I haven't really seen a lot of movies.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, this was 2020.
I need to go back to the cinema again.
But I recommend to you, definitely, my friend, Cracker Jack and Nugget and Mullet. Okay, so here's the border right here with Western Australia, and it's a straight north-south border, it looks like, for the most part. And there's a fence, the rabbit-proof fence is along there somewhere. And
a rabbit-proof fence? How big is it?
Yeah, it's I didn't
It'd be
see
called a
much of it.
predator. Is it called a predator fence or something? Or because we have predator fences in New Zealand where
Rabbit-proof fence goes the entire length of Western Australia border, I believe.
What?
There's a book and a movie about it. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And here's the border, another similar border, north-south, with Queensland, where the Great Barrier Reef is. And so this is Northern Territory. Here's Alice Springs right here, which is the heart of, you want to go to the Outback, and they call it the Alice. That is the heart of the Outback. And, Uluru, or Ayers Rock, is a drive, an afternoon drive from there. And here is the southern border of Northern Australia and North Territory, sorry. And it borders Southern Australia, which is down below. And Southern Australia is the state. It's got Adelaide is down here in Southern Australia. Coober Pedy, where Mad Max was filmed, the original one.
Yeah.
Right? So there's Southern Australia. So you're in the Outback there for sure. But just
I love the way they show it green as if it's a green place.
Yeah,
like
no,
that place
it's red.
is red.
It's very red. But yeah, we're gonna take a look at because I stopped at Kings Canyon, which is just down south of Alice Spring, the Alice, I'll call it, about 300 kilometers, more or less. And then we're going to go look at Uluru, which is around Alice Springs. And then I did, when I was up here in Darwin, and I was at a place called Buley Rock Holes, and that's just south of Darwin, and it is gorgeous.
Can I say hello to Gorilla Random?
Absolutely. Let's stop that right away.
Hi, Jason Love.
Hello, Jason Love. Welcome to you. And hey, Gorilla's Random Thoughts. Excellent. And I know, Gorillas, I had water issues last night. I could not have a stream last night. I got them resolved by 11 o'clock, but by then it was bedtime.
Can I just say before you start, this is like totally random, but on YouTube, you can, there's the ISS, the International Space Station, goes over the different parts of the world, and one of them is it goes over Australia, so you can get a really good idea of how red that place is. It's amazing, and it's like 4K. It's so So if anybody gets a chance, I'll look it up and see if I can put it in the chat, but it's just amazing to see.
Oh, wonderful. And thank you, Aaron, for putting the state flags there. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, you're darn right. Okay, Northern Territory, I'll be darned. Yeah, I did. I just learned that today. I didn't know that was the flag. That's why I was wondering if it was new or not. Thanks for that.
These are the traditional flags. So most of them have the Union Jack. Sorry, I guess our viewers can't see it, but the most hilarious one is the Tasmanian state flag, which has a lion on it. And of course, we don't have lions in Australia.
I was going to say, there are no lions.
Not a Welsh
people
out
notice
there?
The Western Australian flag has a black swan on it. And we have black swans in Tasmania, but they also have them in Western Australia.
Well, the Swan Lager is in Perth. It's not very good in my opinion. And also they have a tourist attraction. They have a big bell tower called the Swan Bells right next to the water, and you can go downtown Perth and if you like bell towers. But it's all glass and modern. It's not like stone. And
Yes.
It's not like
I worked at
Venice,
the University of Western Australia for some years, and they built that just as I was leaving, I think. So I haven't actually seen it properly.
No, it's you know what? It's kind of I liked it. It was good. It was good to see from the outside. I didn't pay money to go inside. Hello, Jason Love, TARDIS materialization. Excellent to have you again. And Carla, would you mind reading this before we get to the picture?
Oh, I can't. Hang on. I have to scroll down. That old lady takes a while. Hang on. There. Sorry. Snorter Pooper. This is from Jason Love. Snorter Poopers. Holidays are coming. Holidays are coming. Christmas. Laugh out loud.
Yeah. It is almost rum and eggnog time. I get 2 more days till rum and eggnog time. All right.
Counting them down.
If you're going to talk Northern Territory, I think you've got to talk crocodiles. And there is a crocodile right behind that branch, right in the center. He's on the beach.
Wow.
Well, it's not a beach; it's mud.
Flats.
Yeah. Just right in the. This was in and around Darwin. Yeah. Oh shit.
Is that a mangrove?
It is a mangrove.
Yeah.
So there are mangroves all over Northern Territory and Northern Australia, and basically a whole bunch of trees go up through a swamp and a river, and it makes a mangrove. And that's a crocodile right on the.
We call them mud flats. Do you call them mud flats in Australia? Like
mangroves.
Yeah, it's like no, the muddy stuff it's in. We would call them mud flats. You I don't know what other people.
Yeah, I guess we would, but we typically refer to mangrove swamps and
Okay.
And these are the Buley Rock holes. And they're just
beautiful.
Just outside of Darwin. It's a day trip from Darwin if you're ever there.
We have those all over New Zealand.
Well,
I could go down the road and see one.
And because there's waterfalls in this, now this is clean fresh water. Because there's waterfalls all through here, there's no crocodiles in this water because they don't go over the falls.
What do they like to be in then? Just still water.
They don't like waterfalls. I know that much. They'll be in rivers. No, they're on the Mary River, and I've showed pictures of crocodiles on the Mary River before in Northern Territory. So that was.
Is that the one in that dinghy? The one in the dinghy, and someone got eaten one time or something like that.
Yeah, the tinny. Yeah, that's right. The next on that same year on the same tour, someone did get eaten. So that's never good. But yeah, look at the amazing color. The amazing color of the water here is just fantastic.
Oh yeah, so beautiful.
Do you recognize any of the foliage around here? These plants are indicative of Northern Territory.
Yes, there's a lot of what would you call them? There's small monocotyledonous plants, to use a technical term. They're related.
I put the nerd on.
Well, they're related to palms and things, so they have palm-like fronds.
Yeah, the pandanus plant, the pandanus plant. Well, it's spelled pandanus, but it's pandanus.
Yeah,
lots of those. Yeah, and they're all over. It's like a Northern Territory near the coast is like a jungle, and it contrasts with the inland part, which is just like you say, a red desert. And they do call it the Red Center for a reason. But yeah, the Buley Rock holes. If anyone tells you Northern Territory doesn't have jungle, they are wrong. This was beautiful.
Yeah, the very northern half of the territory. It's quite weird. There's some really interesting fauna as well. There's quite a lot of natural radioactivity there. You get frogs with unusual numbers of digits and things. Yeah, it's quite
Why?
Wow. I don't know if it's the radiation, but you get slight, malformations in some of the fauna.
Gee.
Do you recognize this? This is one of Australia's biggest natural landmarks.
Don't
Not Ayers
recognize
Rock,
it.
is it meant to be Ayers Rock? Because
No,
I don't
it's not
think
Ayers
it
Rock.
looks like
No.
that. Okay.
No,
It's a
this is
gorge.
This is Kings Canyon.
Kings Canyon.
Oh.
It is Kings Canyon, south of Alice Springs, south of the Alice.
Oh, and of
About
course
300
it's all desert around, right? And
Yeah,
it's green inside the canyon.
It is, yes. And so I was there we were doing a drive from Adelaide. We drove from Adelaide at the very south, like South Ocean, all the way up through the center to Ayers Rock, to Alice Springs, to Uluru. And on the way,
that is cool.
once we crossed into North, and we stopped at Coober Pedy, which was cool, but I've shown those pictures before. And we stopped here at Kings Canyon on the way up to Uluru and Alice Springs. Or I'm just gonna call it Ayers Rock because I'm a white guy. But yeah, just this was there. See, I'm right on the edge there. And there's probably fences there now. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But Australia has become very safety conscious in the last dozen years or so. But yeah, we were allowed to go right up and lay. This was the group.
That's amazing.
9 people in a Land Rover. It was packed with wooden troop seats.
Oh, that would not be pleasant.
Yep. They were cowboys, let me tell you. But, yeah, that was awesome. But yeah, it's really quite deep. And I think I have a photo here looking straight down. There you go. Speaking of, that's looking straight down.
Awesome. Lovely.
Yeah. Yeah, that is looking straight down.
If memory serves, are there parts that are navigable by boat? And I think people might do boat tours there, but I might be wrong.
We didn't, but it wouldn't surprise me. It reminded me of Karanjini Gorge in Western Australia, and that's where 5 gorges meet, and you can do. There is a bit of water there. There is a bit of water there. And also Northern Territory has Kakadu National Park, and that's Kakadu. Kakadu. That's where Jim Jim Falls is. That's where Crocodile D, parts of it were filmed. But I've shown that before on previous streams, so I didn't want to. I didn't want to show those again. And Aaron, would you? Although I've hidden you with this comment, but do you mind reading it, please?
Okay, Jason Love 5202 says. Wow, pretty awesome considering my only experience with Australia is Crocodile Dundee. Well, at least I did location shooting in Crocodile Dundee, so you've seen some of Australia.
Yeah, and Carla, why do you think you should watch The Castle?
Oh, The Castle.
It's a lovely hearted movie about an Australian family. And,
it's a David and Goliath story, isn't it? Sorry.
Beg your pardon?
It's a David versus Goliath story.
Yeah, yes, it is, and it's it's just perfect. This is perfect, and the family, and the very quotable sayings in that, we watched it 30 years ago, and we still say those things today.
Tell him he's dreaming.
Yep, and that is going straight to the pool room.
Yep, straight to the
pool room. Yes.
Yeah, this was pretty. I was scared shitless, but this was pretty. It's a pretty sheer drop. I mean, that's a right angle, straight down, my friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. How
many meters do you think it was down there?
Had to be 100 meters, 300 feet.
Okay.
Maybe more. Maybe more.
You can fly at that height. I think.
Oh yeah.
250 is the minimum you can fly over certain places.
You can definitely web sling for sure, and web swing. And you can see a little bit of it here, Northern Territory, and I would have been there. I was heading to Perth for Christmas for December, so this would have been in November, and the skies, Darwin. Now I was picking mangoes around Darwin and up in Northern Territory, and I've shown those pictures before too.
For income, you mean as a
for an income?
Job?
Yeah. Just because I had a working holiday visa.
Yeah.
And but there it was quite stormy and thunderstormy. But here the sky is blue, and as you go to the red center, as you go to the interior of Australia, the skies are blue, very blue. And at night. In Tasmania, where you are, Aaron, I bet you there's not a lot of lights in parts of Northern Territory from like light pollution from cities.
Oh,
There's not a lot of
in the
light.
cities there are here, but if you go out into the countryside, you can see
Yeah.
a lot of stars. Yes.
Yeah, you don't have like the eastern seaboard of America next to you, so it's
That's
or
right.
the western seaboard, so you don't
Yeah,
have a
light
lot of
pollution isn't so bad here.
no. And in fact, in northern Western Australia, there is one of the most isolated towns on the planet, and some of the very best nights of sky viewing because of it.
Don't they have any of the places in Australia dark? You know those places where they're called dark somethings, and that's where they have astronomy buildings
Yeah.
and the dark skies. I think it's called dark skies, and there's like 7 over the world, or like an X amount over the world. And I wouldn't be surprised if one of them must be Australia.
Definitely.
No,
like I just said, the northern part of Western Australia, guaranteed. Up around the McConnell Ranges, up north of Broome, in the Kimberley. I believe they call it the Kimberley. That's absolutely. So yeah, we were all laying down, and all of us out of one Land Rover. Let me tell you, but it was.
I can't believe that. I can't. And all your stuff on the top, like an African safari.
Yeah, exactly. And that's pretty much. So you can see it is very green down there. It's shaded, so the trees don't get subjected to all the heat. And that's a vertical cliff. I mean, you tell me how far you think it is, but okay. Damn, holy shit. And noted, Carla, says Jason Love.
So can I just, I'm sorry to disrupt,
Sure.
but this is, Australia has numerous locations for dark sky astronomy, with the most recognized being Warrumbungle National Park in New South Wales, the first dark sky park in Australia.
Wow.
Yeah, and there's another one in South Australia, but yeah.
I wouldn't have picked New South Wales because it had
I know.
Pretty populous.
Exactly.
And it's
But
not
I
nearly
think
as big
that's
as
why.
Western Australia.
I know.
And so
you got to remember, most Australian population is concentrated in the cities. I think we're the most urbanized country in the world, in fact. So almost everyone lives in Sydney, Melbourne, etc., etc. So you go into outback New South Wales, and there are towns around there, but there's plenty of places where you can drive for hours and not see anyone.
Yeah, I believe it.
Well, your River Murray is one of those places.
Yeah, Echuca is on the Murray River. Yep, I did a paddle boat trip up there for the day, out of Melbourne, I believe.
Steamboat, huh?
Yeah, with paddle wheels and everything. Yeah.
Wow.
But
yeah.
this is, I don't know why, I was just trying to be artistic, but I was capturing the red cliff sides on top of Kings Canyon with the blue, contrasted with the blue sky.
That is cool.
And you get some of that grass, and everything in Northern Territory wants to kill you. The grass, the Spinifex grass is like darning needles, like my grandmother's knitting needles.
It'll cut you.
It'll cut you bad, man. And there's probably scorpions. I wrestled a Scotsman on the ground. Yes, we were drunk in Northern Territory. It was actually Western Australia, Northern Western Australia, and we rolled over countless Spinifex wrestling. And there was blood, not from us hitting each other, but from the Spinifex. Yeah, the Scotsmen, they like to fight, and I was, I liked wrestling too, so let's go for it, buddy. Although he was 6 foot tall, so that made it a problem for me. And here's the view of Kings Canyon overlooking. Now, the tour guide kept saying that Kings Canyon is actually bigger than the Grand Canyon because technically the Grand Canyon is not a canyon by the way it was formed. It's a gorge. But it is a technicality. But yeah, this is Kings Canyon, and just beautiful colors, all shades of browns and reds, and vegetation. There was vegetation.
I feel like it looks a lot like Arizona type geography. The sort of stones that seem to be almost very crumbly looking, and even the color of them, it looks a lot like Arizona type things.
Yeah. I don't think I've been to Arizona. I have not. I've been to Colorado.
Have you been to Utah?
No, I'd love to do a road trip.
They're natural parks. I know you can. They're national parks in Utah and Nevada, or wherever the Grand Canyon is. Those are all amazing. You need to go.
I do, but I figured, Carla, go see the places on the other side of the planet first, and
Yeah.
when I'm in my 80s,
That's
then
I am the same.
then I drive around my RV all around America
Yeah.
and get a lineup of cars behind me.
Sounds perfect.
So this is a stunt shot. It looks like I'm climbing up over a drop off into the canyon, but there's a little ledge down there about 3 feet below me. So it's not a sheer drop, but yeah, that was an action shot. That was my attempt at action humor. Yeah, Spider-Man climbing up from the cliff onto. I made it. I'm reaching way far out. Yeah, I scaled that cliff, my friends. That is me after having scaled the cliff in Kings Canyon from the bottom, of course.
Yeah, there's quite a few places around the world where you can fake shots of people, and it looks like you're hanging over a giant precipice, but it's actually a few meters or less.
Yeah, that's right.
I've seen
Exactly.
You just got to get the right angle.
That's what she said.
It's quite fun.
And there we go. There was the group of us, and I still was pen pals with the Japanese fella there on the right.
Cool.
So, sorry if I missed this, but what was the nature of the group? These people?
We were just a bunch of backpackers that decided to go from Adelaide. They were doing it tours, and we signed up as individuals to go on the tour up to Ayers Rock. You want to go see Ayers Rock from South Australia? Yes, we do.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we do. And yeah, I had already. I'd already seen Darwin at this point, but and there I am on the back left there. But just a beautiful like we're in the outback. This is setting up camp at night.
What did you camp in? Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Mm.
Yeah, little cabanas, kind of out.
Wow, I've never seen that design before.
Yeah, no, I liked it. It was cool, and not hot. And they were kind of cool. Hello, AJ Starhiker. Welcome to Northern Territory, Australia, and we even have an Australian with us. Molecular Arts,
an Australian who's never been to the Northern Territory,
and Carla Burton. Have you been, Carla?
Not to the Northern Territory, but can I just say those? I have never seen those cabana type tent things. You couldn't have those in New Zealand because of the wind. There must be only a certain amount of places that you can have a camp like that.
Yeah, I was thinking they'd be pretty vulnerable to breeze.
They would. Wind, just wind.
Yeah. Maybe they don't get a lot of wind there.
Well, I'd say not. No, obviously. Or maybe that was their first week setting these up. But we had,
they blew away the following week.
There was a main dining hall that was a little more solidly built, as you can see. Beside, that's not our bus. No, we definitely went in a Land Rover. That is not our bus. But I remember the bloody Land Rover with wooden bench seats. Yeah, and I think from Adelaide to Coober Pedy, and then up to Alice, I want to say 9 hours to Coober Pedy. Is that right? Or was it 9 hours to Alice? Can't remember.
Everything is a long way from everything else on the mainland.
Yeah, but it was like the longest trip was 9. We did it in several days, but 9 hours was the longest at one time driving on wooden seats in the back of a Land Rover.
I bet you got a sore butt after that.
Oh yeah, and I don't have a lot of padding at all, so yeah, it was.
Well,
rough.
This is a good thing about Tasmania. You can't drive for more than a few hours in any one direction without falling into the water. It's
exactly
like a little corner shop,
But you probably can't go in straight lines either, right?
No, that's right.
Yeah.
No straight lines.
You're right. I had to have my hire car or rental car for the Americans. Had to have my hire car back in Launceston, which is pretty much in the middle east of Tasmania, from Hobart. I still had time to tour the Cadbury Chocolate Factory in Hobart and still make it back.
You mean when you slept overnight in the car park?
To get the very first tour. Because that's all I had time for. I had to get on the first tour.
Job.
And it was a school holidays that I didn't know about. And so there were school groups coming in. I said, oh, no, well, I got to get in the first tour. So, yeah, I slept in the car park, in the employee car park Yeah, in the back, in the hatch, in disguise. Yeah,
Oh my
in the
gosh.
hatch. Yeah, that was an awesome trip. Yeah, but I saw a shift change. They'd run 24 at the Cadbury Chocolate Factory in 2001. They were running all through the night. And yeah, here's us making fire. So we were proper camping.
You
the fire.
were.
Thought that was all. And that's the
Canadian
kind of wood.
Spider-Man's origin stories. His bonfire.
Yeah, but it's different wood. That all looks like hard, like
It'd
smaller
be dry.
diameter.
So dry.
Yeah, there's no pine that I can see there, or fir tree, or nothing like a Christmas tree there.
No, just those horrible.
Oh, hey, kitty.
This is Arwen.
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 Lord of the Rings fan.
Yes.
Oh, hey, kitty.
Nice.
She
Lovely.
wants to get away.
There
you go.
No, love kitties.
Camera
around here.
shy.
So yeah, we did have a proper camp out there in the outback, and just some of the
Oh, look at that! That's
Northern
amazing.
Territory is gorgeous.
The lighting is fabulous there.
Yep.
It is, and big
When you get
skies.
the dappled light coming through the clouds, you get some really great shots. We see them from our place. Yeah, when you have light broken up by clouds hitting the landscape, you can see a lot more features in the mountains, and I think that's absolutely spectacular.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
And there are clouds, but it was often blue sky. There, I do see clouds there though, but I don't recall any storms. But
And the desert is green.
When you're driving through Northern Territory, you see large ravines that are dry, but the bridges are built really high up. So it tells me that I bet you they have flash floods.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you had warning signs, flash floods also.
Mm-hmm.
We were camping in a dry gulch, and it was off season. It wasn't flood season, but our tents were in a flood zone. Chance. But just gorgeous. And people might say, "Oh, I don't want to go to Northern Territory to the center. I'm just going to see like red sand." No, take a look. And how many dangerous creatures are in the scrub brush there?
Too many to count.
Yeah.
You don't go running through like Laura Ingalls through the Little House of the Prairie. You don't go running through those prairies, folks. Do not. You'd have scorpions. Well, let's talk about it. You'd have scorpions. You'd have brown snakes, king brown snakes. I don't know if you get dugites in Northern Territory. What other snakes? I don't think you'd have tiger snakes that far in. A dugite is Western Australia. It's a big. It won't kill you, but it hurts when it bites you. It's like 6 foot long. Yeah. Yeah, they can be.
Oh, it's a snake. Okay.
It's a snake. It's a proper Western Australia snake. But to my knowledge, they're not poisonous. But I saw one. I chased after one into the bush. And me and my buddy, he was Australian. He should have stopped us, but he should have known better. But we ran into the tall grass. And I yelled it. It's like, "Can you see it anymore?" And he goes, "No, I thought you could see it." And we're standing like 15 feet into tall grass. I thought he could see it. He thought I could see it. And why are we still chasing? So we ran out. We're fine. Yeah.
I think the most dangerous animal in the Northern Territory is actually the saltwater croc.
Because
they will eat you.
Good call.
Of course, they have those, as the name implies, they live in the salt water. Yeah.
Although
there's a lot of very venomous snakes and spiders.
They can also be found occasionally in fresh water for short periods of time.
They'll go up river. Yeah.
So don't just because it's fresh water, in a river, don't think there's no crocodiles in there. There certainly could be.
They'll still eat you.
Yeah, I really love the outback, the scenery, and what trees? Like, are those paper bark trees? Do you reckon, or gum trees of some sort?
Well, there's actually thousands of species of gum, so it's really hard to say.
The ghost gum is the ghost gum is completely white.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Oh yeah, Jason Love, definitely spiders in there for sure. The funnel webs.
Funnel
Watch
webs
out
you
for
just get around
sand.
Funnel webs you just get around Sydney, I think, but you get in Northern Territory you probably get redbacks, and they can give you a nasty bite.
Well, the Sydney funnel web is definitely found around Sydney, but
Yeah.
I could be wrong. You're the
I don't know
Australian.
about other species. There may be a funnel web
think-
that lives in the Northern Territory that I don't know about. So
or
I
elsewhere
apologize.
other than
Yeah.
Sydney. I somewhere in the
Other-
outback. It might be in
yeah.
Queens, because Queensland also has outback. Western Australia has outback.
Yeah.
Now, does Victoria have outback? It would, right?
Mm.
I would think.
Most states do, except Tasmania.
Except Tasmania, because you have the
Well, we have
walls of
we have
Uluru.
wild areas, but they're
Yeah.
temperate rainforest, and we have dry
Yeah.
sclerophyll forest here.
Can I just say, I just remembered that I don't know, it's probably on YouTube somewhere. If anyone's ever seen Billy Connolly talking about Australia, it's so funny.
Nice.
So look it up one day. Billy Connolly in Australia, like he talks about stingers and the bush.
Nice. I'd love to.
We have the box jellyfish here, which is pretty.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hurts
No
like hell.
polar bears there. No snortopoopas.
No polar bears.
And would you mind, Aaron, reading this, please, from our friend AJ Starhiker?
AJ Starhiker says, last week I went out for a hike and the sky was clear and gorgeous, almost royal blue. Oh, I wonder where that was. Yeah, sounds lovely.
Beautiful. That is awesome. No, and that's the thing. At night in Northern Territory, the stargazing is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
So that's Kings. So that's the countryside, the outback, driving from Kings Canyon to. This is it, Ayers Rock, my friend. This is Uluru, right in the center.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Up close.
up close. It's close to Alice Springs, relatively a day's drive. And this is Uluru up close. I always thought Ayers Rock would be smooth, but it's not, as you can see.
So
Not
I
at
think
all.
I owe you an apology, Spidey, because turns out I just checked, and there are funnel web spiders in the Northern Territory, just not the Sydney funnel web.
No,
So,
yeah, the Sydney web, the Sydney funnel web has its own class,
Yeah.
its own species
Yes.
almost. Yeah, that's right. And
They're
I
they're
did
aggressive.
see. I saw a funnel web, but it was on Morton Island. Do you know where that is?
Morton Island. Yes, it's off the coast near Brisbane.
Near
I've been
Brisbane. Yeah,
Yes,
so
it's a sand island.
it's a good 10-hour drive by car from Brisbane to Sydney at least.
To the island.
No, and then it's to Island.
There's a ferry that goes back and forth.
Yeah, it's a short ferry to the Morton Island. But you can go camping there overnight, and we did at our campsite. There was a funnel web, a Sydney funnel web. So the tour guide said, but we're good. We're in the next state up, but it was there. Yeah, weird. But
Well, it's not. Yeah.
Have
New
you
South
seen?
Wales.
You've seen pictures up close of Ayers Rock. Did you know it wasn't smooth, Carla?
No, I didn't, but I'm not
If
surprised.
you step back far enough, it can look smooth.
Yeah, it's because it's a huge
It is.
Yeah, it's a monster.
behemoth. So yeah.
Behemoth, yeah.
And there's a lot of little channels cut in, because when all the rain hits the top of it,
Yeah,
all the
they've
water
been
runs
eroded,
off
yeah.
all around,
Yeah.
and so there's little
Yeah.
channels in the rock cut in through the rock. As you can see
Wow,
there's
look at that.
there,
Yeah.
yep, there's water coming off the top right there.
Mm-hmm. How high is it?
Ooh, I hear you. The way to go, Steve. You do a live stream on Ayers Rock, and you don't even research
Sorry.
how high Ayers Rock is. Wow. Now, I did not
My
climb
bad.
it. We had options of climbing it or walking around the perimeter. And I decided, I've been on top of lots of things. I wanted to walk all the way around it.
Yeah.
So if I had climbed it, maybe I could tell you. But I know that when people fall off, they die. It's high enough. I bet you it's a couple 100 feet. I bet you it's the better part of 100 meters.
Oh, there you go.
Like
In
70
the chat,
meters. In the chat.
in the private chat, Aaron put it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Good. You
It's very high.
after I guessed.
348 meters,
Holy
1,142
shit.
feet.
Yeah, that's
Holy.
high.
I'll read what you put there, Aaron, if that's okay. Or do you want to read it, Aaron? Go
No,
ahead.
I'll read it. So Uluru, formerly known as Ayers Rock, because we've been renaming a lot of things to Aboriginal names,
Yes, of course.
stands 348 meters or 1,142 feet high above the surrounding desert plain in Australia's Northern Territory. So there you go.
I way underestimated it. But again, I never climbed it. Now, the
Mm.
Aboriginals, who are the caretakers there of that particular monument, it's all Aboriginal land. They don't like people climbing it, tourists, because people have died and they feel responsible, and that's not a good thing. When I was there just the year before, there was a story going around of this Japanese woman who had chased her hat just a few feet off the path
Oh no!
that had blown off, and without thinking. And it's rounded. It's very rounded. So if you stray just a few feet off the path, it starts sloping at a round angle, and there's no traction, and you slide, and then fall vertically. So that would have been a horrible thing. So I can understand why they.
There's nothing to grab onto, right?
No, and I didn't realize, Aaron, that it was 350 meters. Holy shit! And I'd like to read what you wrote about spiders. The most dangerous spiders in Australia's Northern Territory, shortened for NT, are the redback spider and the northern mouse spider, due to their potent venom, causing severe symptoms like intense pain, nausea, and systematic effects. Although fatalities are rare with prompt treatment. Well, that is exactly.
I have a redback story. A redback spider story to tell, which is slightly embarrassing. So I was cleaning out the car. This is when we were living in Canberra.
Oh, yeah.
And I removed my daughter's booster seat, and there was a nest of redback spiders underneath.
Oh, damn.
Completely
on the
undetected.
plastic. Yeah, on the plastic.
I removed the whole seat. And I don't know how they got in, and we hadn't seen them.
And they'll
kill
kill a
right
kid.
under the booster seat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
the
she was never
redbacks,
bitten, unfortunately. Yeah.
No, the redbacks, generally adults, almost always survive from redback bites, is my understanding. But children are a different story.
Children can die. Yeah.
Now this formation was around the bottom of Ayers Rock, walking around Uluru.
Looks like wave rock.
It does look like wave rock.
There's a formation in Western Australia called wave rock, but it's Yep.
And it looks exactly like this. Even more pronounced, though, if I recall. Even more pronounced. But what do you think would cause this? Just flooding over time, or who knows?
Don't know.
I don't know either. But it is. It does. I mean, it is reminiscent of wave rock.
I mean, it's a desert plain. How can you have flooding there?
Well, you tell me. I don't know. So that is one of the sides that are easier to climb up. Some of the sides of Ayers Rock or Uluru are very vertical, but there are a couple of approaches, a couple of sides where you can hike up. And again, you can see the texture all through it, but it is very rounded and wind blown. Oh, Aaron, do you mind reading our friend Tim?
Yep. Redback sounds a bit like slang for people. Yeah, redback, not redneck.
No, or wetback. Different altogether. Yeah, but just gorgeous coloring. I mean, the red and the oranges against the blue sky was just fascinating. Very, very nice for pictures. And as you mentioned, Aaron, and I think Carla as well, the light in the outback is just really excellent for pictures, especially around sunset and as the sun's going down.
I'll tell you a fun fact about Uluru. So it really is a giant single monolith, and most of it is below ground. Apparently, they've estimated it extends something like 2.5 kilometers underground.
Wow! With all sand all around it.
Yes, and it's sitting inside the desert plain. So only about 12% of it is above the ground that you can see.
Wow! When are they going to start digging? I wonder.
Why? Why would you dig it up?
You got to because you excavate the pyramids, didn't you? You excavated the Sphinx, didn't you?
You want your rock collection?
Yeah, might as well. Let's do tours underneath Ayers Rock or Uluru. A tunnel right underneath. Yeah. Okay. So there's one of the trails leading up. One of the main trails leading up.
Looks really steep.
And also rounded.
Yeah.
You can see like you're walking up the spine of it, and if you go too far off that trail, it starts to get rounded and slippery.
What too?
And Carla, would you mind reading this from our friend FKHC?
Okay. I I would have not climbed that Uluru out of respect, since they didn't want people to climb it. Yeah.
Yep. Then
But they
that was
also
part
make
of my
money out
reasoning.
of it too.
Yeah, that was part of my reasoning as well, for not climbing it.
In America, in Utah, if they had something like that, they would have like stakes in the ground and a rope as a handle sort of thing, just for helping walk.
Yeah, a lot of Canada, they probably would as well, Carla. You're not wrong. Everything is so sanitized. I remember going to the cliffs of Moher around in Ireland, Western Ireland, and the same, like it was a 300-meter drop off, 900 feet, it seemed. And yeah, no protective fences to speak of.
Would they go into the ocean though, or what? What sort of?
Yeah, straight into the North Atlantic, as a matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And now there were, in Western Australia, we climbed all through Karanjini National Park, which is, like I described earlier, 5 gorges that come and meet. And now I went back 10 years later, and yeah, we were free climbing it. Like we could have died easily. Two Canadian friends. But now you go back and you have to go on a guided tour. You have to wear hard hats, climbing gear, and go around on ropes and shit. And we were just a few years, maybe it was only a couple years between visits. And because I took the Scotsman to go see it because it was so incredible. And now you couldn't free climb like we had just a few years before.
Yes, yeah.
The natives wouldn't want it excavated. Well, once you show them how many dollars is in the tourism going underneath it, they might change their mind. Humans of all creeds and races do like bribery. And there's a shot. Yeah, it's a big monolith. It's one big giant rock.
Does it ever have snow on it? Like ever or not?
I think I asked that question. I can't remember the answer, whether it frosted up top at night. You know what? I want to say I think it does get frosty at top in the night, certain times of year. Because it's quite high.
Only because I say that because I know often a bit of the deterioration of those sorts of things can be water stuck, frozen, and then it expands the earth a bit, right? And then it shrinks, but it's damaged the land.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. That happens in Canada all the time. And then if you can look at this one, it almost looks like there's stuff carved into the side of it. But that is in fact all natural erosion.
Wow.
And we'd have to have a geologist on here to tell us why that eroded like it has.
But, sorry, I was away there for a second, but do the Aboriginals have a story about some of those patterns of erosion in their legends are due to kangaroo paws or something, hopping?
They do. Yeah. And as a matter of fact, Aaron, there are certain areas of Uluru that have eroded into certain shapes and designs, and parts of them, if you're a woman, you are not allowed to see those. And so we weren't allowed to take pictures of those areas because women might see them.
Right. Wow.
Yeah. So how do you like that? Yeah. And children too. Like only like privileged men of a certain stature and age were allowed to view certain parts of Uluru, certain parts of Ayers Rock, and so therefore you can't take pictures of that part. Now this was again 20 years ago. They might have changed since then, and they might try to deny that ever being a thing, but I assure you in 2001 that was very much a thing, and that is not the Streisand effect or whatever they call it. Not the
Streisand effect. Yeah, that's when you take a photograph of something and then demand nobody sees it.
Yeah.
And then everybody wants to see it.
Yeah. But yeah, this is another. There are water pools around Uluru, and it was hard to get the blue sky and the shading with the pool because there was just so much sun there. It's so bright. But there.
What color was the water? Was the water green, like dark green, like it looks, or was it?
And more of a browny dark green. Yes.
Like almost dead water.
Thank you, Miskatonic Madman. That's what I was going for. The Mandela effect. Yeah, where did I really remember that, or does everyone just
Mm.
think it was like that? No, it was a real thing. Yeah, the women were not allowed to look. So it turned into this then. Yeah, it turned into a penis. Yeah, it did. A cucumber. Yes, Mandela effect is when you remember something that never happened. Correct. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, like Mandela was never in prison. I assure you he was.
Well, people remember him dying in prison, right? But he
That's
didn't.
that's right. That's the Mandela effect. Yeah,
Ah.
yeah, dying in prison. That's right. Yes. And here we go. So yeah, it's beautiful photos, you know. And maybe this is boring to some people. They want to see skyscrapers or ocean views, but this had appeal to me.
Nature, yeah, but when you're in the nature, it's it's much more amazing than when you look at a photo, and you can never capture the beauty of real life.
No, that it's hard. Well, until they tap into our eyeballs and put computer chips in there, and then we can broadcast what our eyeballs are seeing.
Yeah, but you got 4K TV. You can do that now. But I'm just saying, the grandiose or the huge vastness of it.
It really means something to be surrounded by the nature. Well, it's the same with like grand cathedrals and cities, and it's one thing to look at a picture of Riga or somewhere in Europe and to actually be there and surrounded by all this beautiful architecture. And the same with nature too, I would say. So I'm with you on that one, Carla.
That is a very obscure capital city, Riga.
Riga, capital of Latvia. Well, I was there a few months.
Yeah, not a lot of people know that. I knew a fella from there. I worked in Whistler Ski Resort with a guy, and we called him the Prince of Latvia.
They have a very well preserved old town.
Yeah. Shout out to Uldis. Yeah,
that's cool.
That's a Latvian name, Uldis. Yeah, shout out to my buddy Uldis. He was on the ball team. The man he knew how to have a good time. So yeah, Riga. I'd love to go to Latvia, especially after meeting Uldis. That's for sure. But yeah, the very photogenic. Not all of Australia is beaches and tropical jungle. This is very much part of Australia.
There is a huge desert, which is most of the land area.
Yeah. Yeah.
And more of the wave rock erosion. I don't know why that would be eroded.
Well, the wind could do it over a very long time.
Yeah.
But why there and not?
Yeah, prevailing winds.
I guess. Yeah, maybe. Blowing sand against it. Yeah. But you can see how much water would come down the side of this particular side of Uluru.
That's beautiful. You got a really good shot there.
Yeah, I like that. I thought it was quite lovely.
Oh, I have some information.
Yes, please.
During Uluru's geological history, intense tectonic events like the Peterman orogeny 550 to 530 million years ago uplifted mountains depositing Arcos sandstone that later tilted near vertical. Subsequent erosion by rains, rivers, and possible ancient lakes carved softer materials away, exposing resistant sandstone and creating wave-like features via exfoliation and granular disintegration. So there you go.
Yeah.
I guess
it's complicated.
Exfoliation does work on rock formations as well as humans.
Over millions of years.
Yeah, of course. Well, that's the thing. I don't think when people don't understand about geology, I don't think modern humans have an idea just how long a million years is.
It's hard to imagine, isn't it?
A lot can happen. I mean, a lot can happen in a million years.
Well, look at St. Helens. A lot can happen in what, a day or two?
In 5 minutes.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's true as well. Yeah.
But Carla, do you mind reading this comment from our good friend FKCHC?
And a great place to test British nukes.
Oh, that was Maralinga, which is in South Australia, if memory serves.
Yeah. At the outback, yeah.
Wow.
So this is the last photo. This is the last photo I've got for today, my friends, because there's lots on the go. It's a Friday, and I wanted to leave myself some time to get some things done before Doomcock, because our good friend, shout out to Doomcock. He goes live here in about 3 hours, and Carla and I are both wrenches for Mr. Doomcock. So
yes,
we want to be. And before I do sign off, I would like to raise a glass to Gil, Cardinal Sin. Cheers, my friend. Thank you both, Aaron and Carla.
Yeah, my pleasure.
It's been fun. No, I'm just sorry that I haven't been to any of these places.
No, well,
I'll
you know
have to
what?
go at some point.
I would. How hard would I have to convince you to let's do a stream on Latvia and Riga?
Oh, Sashi's
Right.
here. And we're just
Yeah, we could do that.
I would love to.
I'd have to
Because I
figure out
know
how to share photos.
I know my friend Uldis is a great guy, but I've never really seen photos. So if you, and I'm talking just like photos of buildings and landscape and things like that. Nothing intimate, of course, but yeah, if you would be so kind, I would love to show some of those. Yeah.
Canadian Spider-Man Sashi's here.
Hello,
Just
Sashi.
leaving.
Wow.
Just leaving. Sorry.
Sashi says, "What am I doing up this early?" Hey, Sashi,
That's a
good
good
to see you,
question.
my friend. All the way from the other
It's not
side of the
even
world.
6 a.m. yet in Malaysia.
No.
Mm.
Oh my goodness, what are you doing up? But I had to do it now, Sashi, because our good friend Doomcock streams in just a couple of hours, and so I didn't want to. I didn't want to get too close to him. And Carla Bird says, "Yes, hi, Sashi. We're just finishing off." So, oh my goodness, Sashi, what are you doing? Go back to bed, my friend. Don't even think about making coffee. Just go straight back to bed. It's still early enough. You can do that. But thank you. I want to take my hat off to my Australian felt hat. I want to take my hat off to Carla
Expensive.
Bird. I know. Well, at the time, probably $80.
Yeah.
In
Which was what? 25 years ago?
No,
Mhm.
This shot was the second time I'd been in Australia. I got this hat the first time I was in Australia in 1987.
Wow.
So 13 years before that. So
Yeah.
1987. We're talking. This is 40 years old. This hat.
Wow. That looks
Lasted well.
amazing.
It really is. I love it. Thank you both for being here.
How big, John?
Pleasure.
And yeah, I guess folks, you can catch Carla and I wrenching for Doomcock in a couple hours, and Molecular Arts. You're all over the internet. What streams do you find yourself in most chats?
Oh, this is really the only one I do. I like to listen to Friday Night Tights as well.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough.
I usually listen to that and do my gardening in the mornings, because of course it's on Saturday morning here in Australia.
Yeah.
Of course. Thanks, AJ Star Hiker. He says those are some fantastic
Yeah,
photos, and I loved hearing about them. Well, thanks so much, my friend. That is why I do it. I love talking about travel, and Carla and Molecular Arts, I think both like travel as well. So it's always good to have you both on.
Very much so.
Mhm.
But I do. It is just about 2 p.m. here, Vancouver time, and we've been going for an hour and 17 minutes. So I've got some stuff to do before Doomcock comes on. Thank you so much for being here. Goodbye, everyone, and everyone in the chat. I definitely want to recognize the chat. You know, I've got a lot of good people here. And how do you? I can do it this way.
Janet from another planet is here as well. Hello.
I know
Goodbye.
Janet from another planet. Hello. We're just. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Hello, Janet. We're just looking at Ayer's Rock, Uluru, as it's called. I just finished the live stream about Northern Territory. Showed about 30 photos from it, and we had a whole bunch of people here who.
Remember to click the thumbs up.
Yeah, no, it doesn't say who's there. All right, I'm gonna say goodbye, and we'll be doing this again on Thursday. I hope to do it actually Thursday night, not Friday. Friday afternoon. But hope if we can still have water, if we still have no mechanical disasters happening here, I'll have it Thursday night. And who knows where we'll go? Somewhere around the world. Good night, everybody, or good afternoon, I guess. I'm used to saying good night because I used to stream at night.
What a minute.
Yes, it's morning where you guys are. Absolutely.
Yes, it is.